And this is another big thing in the judicial system that nobody really talks about is there's this weird ego game where judges would rather leave an innocent person in prison than admit that they were wrong by convicting an innocent person. And this is a real thing in the judicial system. And many judges do this. They don't want to hurt their reputation. In their mind, they have like a scorecard for all the convictions that they've gotten and all these quote unquote bad people that they put away. And they act as though they're doing a service for society. But when the truth comes to them, where it shows that they maybe convicted someone wrongfully, their ego won't allow them to admit that and say, at the time, this was the evidence that was presented to us, and this is what we were going by, this is what we knew. But now that we have new evidence, it does invalidate what the previous decision was. I'm going to help you overturn this and get this person out of prison. That would speak volumes for that judge, and it would restore faith in humanity's belief that the judicial system is actually fair and not corrupted, and that if they did get in trouble for a crime that they committed, you would believe as an American that if I'm innocent, I'm going to get off, and if I'm guilty, I'm going to go to jail, because the judicial system is very fair and very accurate in the way that they do things. But the system's so corrupted, the average person who is an innocent person on a normal day is afraid of the government and the judicial system because they believe that these people will wrongfully convict them and make up all kinds of scenarios. Some people have been guilty of planting evidence just to convict somebody. There's a lot of corruption that is wrong with this whole system, and that includes law enforcement too, which is why I don't agree with many of the people who are against police officers and people in that industry in many different capacities. That includes ICE, who's going out and doing all this border stuff for Trump and illegal immigration, and the corrections officers that work in the prisons, and your average police officer that works the streets. Many of these people are great people, and they're honest people, and they took that job that's a low-paying job that, yes, has good benefits and long-term gain for, retiring young and having a pension, but the amount of difficult things that you have to deal with along the way, it totally outweighs the benefits of it. So most of the people who take those jobs take them because they're honest, good, decent people. But there is definitely a group of people who get into law enforcement because they love power and seek power. And they get into being a police officer or something like that to wield some level of power over people because that's what they seek.